Good evening, folks. This is Andy Pedraza with Special Effects Academy. We're on the start of the week session for August 9th of 2020 in the Forex trading room. We're going to go through our standard agenda, a look at the prior week's results, our currency strength meter, any fundamental announcements on the calendar for the week, a look at the pairs on the dailies, any setups we see in progress, and a few parting words. Starting with the ledgers, long-term ledger, we talk about a 10% profit off the table when the pound dollar turned around and took us out at profit. We have re-entered euro dollar longs and pound dollar longs. One of them actually, took us out at a loss when we dipped our toes in the water with the pound dollar early in the week. It was still retracing. Then we entered pound dollar towards the end of the week, and we're still carrying it open as the week begins, and it is at a small amount of profit. So that little bit of a, I think our one losing trade out of the whole bunch is on its way to recovery so far, though retracements are still in the cards and may continue through this week. Intermediate term ledger, we had a few trades close against. We're still in a few open trades. Some of them will probably come back, but we did take a bit of a hit to the tune of, I think, about 7 or 6%. So that's where we are with the intermediate. And the short term had a very small gain, a little bit under 2%. We did trade a lot throughout the week, 7 trades, but a few of these did close out again. Actually, one of them was responsible for the bulk of the loss, the euro dollar long towards the tail end of the week. Everything else was either break even or at profit. Notes and opportunities for improvement. The market made significant moves at the start of the week, but it did start retracing and stagnating towards the end. As I mentioned, we did take profit on the long-term account or re-entering trades later in the week. And well, too soon to tell what's going to happen, but we're poised for any moves. Civil unrest continues in the U.S., particularly in Portland, Oregon. We've had clashes between rioters and the police for most of the week, and that continues as I record this session, so it is not looking good. Chicago also had looting and rioting in its downtown area, with the mayor coming out against it for the first time. I think they were all very, I guess, sympathetic to the rioters until it happens in their backyard. Go figure. Oil continues to hold gains. Silver made a massive move up. It's up about 15% for the week. It ended on Friday above $28. That is a massive move. The last time I bought silver in any significant quantities was much early in the year, buying it around $14 an ounce. I've just made 100% gain on those purchases. And since I've been buying silver for quite a while, it's where I store any cash that I'm not needing at the time. I've had silver, I bought at $6 an ounce. So I'm looking good. I'm very happy this week with the gains that silver has made. I don't think the run is over yet. I think silver is going to go higher, but either way, I'm happy with where it is right now. And of course, reminder, we do have our live event scheduled for the end of September through the first couple of days in October in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Signups are open. Check the website for more information. Moving on to our relative strength meter, you can see what I'm talking about with silver. It's the next to last row there at the bottom of the chart. XAG USD, 15.45% gains for the week. And since it was the first week of the month, I guess the weekly is copying it. There we go. So that's a calendar month, not a 30-day window. Weeklies, let's take a look. There doesn't seem to have been any significant moves out of the Forex market. I think one of the bigger ones was Aussie New Zealand at almost 1%. Everything else, as I said, they moved quite nicely towards the beginning of the week, but then did a retrace. So we were mostly flat for the week. Fundamental announcements, we've got tonight into tomorrow morning, we have the ILO unemployment rate out of the UK. I will not be trading that one, not because I don't think it's probably a good fundy to trade. Simply, I refuse to get up at 4:30 in the morning. That cuts into my bedtime. But if anybody wants to trade it, there it is. It's happening 4:30 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time tonight into tomorrow. I'm recording this on Monday because I was busy yesterday. So RBNZ interest rate decision is at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. So we will be trading that live. And the employment changes out of Australia happening Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. also to be traded live. Commodities, oil continues to hold on to its gain, so it is trading a little bit above $40 a barrel, and it has been at that level for quite a while now. So it looks like it's achieved a new equilibrium in price at the $40 level. Euro dollar, we can see that the week started out pretty good. The euro dollar went up, 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 hit resistance yet again. And then on Friday, Thursday and Friday, we have very significant retraces. Same thing can be said for the pound dollar and indeed for most of the dollar pairs. A good bullish week, and then on Friday, a collapse. USD JPY, same thing. It went in favor of the yen for most of the week, and on Friday turned around and gave some gains back to the US dollar. USD CAD, same thing. USD Swiss, are we getting the picture now? Same thing. Aussie dollar, same thing. Kiwi dollar, same thing. So all the dollar pairs pretty much did the same thing, moving against the dollar for the bulk of the week, and then on Friday doing rather significant retraces. So the move up had already begun to stall before that. So we'll have to see what this week brings us and see if we're going to have a continuation, a stagnation, or perhaps even a test of the lower levels. Aussie Canadian, very flat for the week. Euro Swiss, very, very crazy for the week. I mean, it went in all directions and moving significantly, ultimately ending up pretty much where it started. Euro pound tried to go up, didn't really make much inroads, but didn't go down either. So ended the week pretty much at support, and we'll see what comes next. It's still a very bullish chart, so I think we're going to have a trip up before all is said and done. We'll see. Euro JPY staged a breakout again for most of the week. Thursday was very indecisive, went both ways. And then on Friday, we had a retracement back to support. Euro Canadian, not much movement for the week. Pound JPY, same thing, not much movement. Aussie JPY, same, didn't really break out or do anything significant. Euro New Zealand is still looking bullish, did do a retracing on Thursday, then on Friday went back up. Pound Canadian was, well, it's been all over the place, very, very strong movements, but ultimately for the week that it moved much. And last but not least, our pound Swiss was pretty much a non-starter. Setups we see in progress, no change here. Coronavirus is still the thing to watch as we go forward. No single country, except perhaps New Zealand, has managed to gain a grip on the pandemic. New Zealand, I think, is going on 100 days without new infections, so it looks like they've managed to come out to the other side. Of course, it is too soon to tell. New Zealand could have a second wave just as easily as the other countries have had. But the main factor right now is the coronavirus. The Japanese pairs are starting to pick up, so we may have some movement there. And I will point out with the U.S., so I said it before, the rioting is starting to look a little bit, well, poorly on everything, especially with the reluctance of the city authorities in the different places where this is happening to actually take measures that would curb it. Election cycle, of course, is key. The economy is key. And President Trump did sign an executive order this weekend to send more unemployment payments out to those needing them, bypassing Congress and taking it upon himself to send this out. The Democrats are going to have a tough time. They're going to try to fight it, but that's going to look as if they're taking money out of the hands of the people. And if they go along with it, well, that's going to look like they cave. So again, Trump has placed the Democrats in a lose-lose situation where no matter what they do, they either look petty or look like idiots. I try not to take sides on politics, but this is a clear win for the Trump administration. And that is the end of our review this week. Not much. Again, it was a much quieter week than the one before. We'll see if the market picks up again this new week. My final words here, and I point this out every now and then, 2020 is a great year for you to start investing and or trading. And really any year is a great year to start. But this one in particular is going to have and has had some phenomenal volatility. That's when you can pretty much make 5-year gains in 1 year. I'm always puzzled by people who are presented opportunities on a platter like the market is presenting right now, and they don't take them, only to later hear them complaining about how the rich get richer or how unfair life is. And unfortunately, you do create your own life. I can show you the way. I can't force you to walk the path with me. I have slowly built up a fine crew of like-minded individuals who listen and act, and I'm very proud and very happy to have them with me. But that's the key. The key is to act, not just to listen, not just to look. You actually need to put your money where your mouth is. And yes, it is slow at first. That's basic physics. It's inertia. Money obeys the laws of physics. And just like with inertia, once something gains momentum, you better get out of the way. You don't want to be in front of a speeding train. If the train is at a standstill, it doesn't matter. But that only applies if something is moving. If you don't do anything, then, well, you're not going to get anywhere, much like that stop train. When is the best time to plant a tree for shade? 10 years ago. The next best time, my friends, is right now. So reach out, give us a call, join us. 10 years from now, you'll be wondering why you did not do it. And that is the end of my spiel for this week. Thank you so very much for being with us. Look forward to a new week of trading with everybody.